Alright, y'all. Let's talk dopey. Whew. So you all have seen the 5K, the 10K, and the half recap, hopefully, and expo. So on marathon day, I was tired. We got to the corrals in the morning with our friends, Kristen at Running and Makeup, Running with Trim Splints, Teresa, Oxen Spoon, Jared, and we were waiting in the corral. We were corral F, and we got to the front of her corral as soon as we could. Woke up at 1:30 because we were supposed to start at 5. Got there, got into the corral, sat and waited and waited and waited. So I'm sure if you follow other YouTube bloggers, you know by now what was supposed to start at 5, we actually started at 5:35. So it wasn't even at 5:30, it was later than 5:30. Reason for that was the course change. I heard there was an accident. Whatever the case was, it did not start on time. We started late, and there was traffic on the roads where we were supposed to run through. So we started late. So as I was sitting there, I started feeling sick and nauseous. But I was like, I'm gonna power through this. So as soon as we crossed the start line, I lost Teresa and I lost Kristen, and Laura was there with us too. So they left, and in the infinite amounts of sea of people, I lost them. So my husband stayed with me, and I was going my pace and I was keeping up. And through Epcot, because of the delay, the waves were sent off much quicker, to which you could feel it. It was super narrow at the beginning of the course. I was actually walking on the right, really close to the edge at Epcot, and somebody zoomed past me, scratched me, my phone fell, and I was just really frustrated because people kept pushing me and jumping out in front of me, and it was like there was nowhere I could go where I could get out of people's ways. Like, I was always in their way somehow, somewhere. My husband wasn't even next to me. He was walking behind me, or walking behind me, and still there was so many people because of the corral delays that it was just madness, and I was so frustrated and so tired that by the time we got to mile 4, I was in tears because I felt that I wasn't gonna finish. My eyes were closing. It was humid. I was sticky. Everything that could go wrong. I was in a bad mood, and that never helps. And I told my husband to go without me because I knew he could finish, and I would feel awful if I let him go too late to where he couldn't make up that time, or, I just wasn't prepared for it. I knew I wasn't prepared for it. I mean, my longest run was 13.1 miles, and then 8 miles in December because of my injury and my illness. So I told him to go on ahead without me. So mile 4, I put my watch on so I could keep track of my pace. I usually don't like to look at my pace because it stresses me out. I probably was at mile 2 when the balloon lady started, maybe like 1.5. So knowing they were right behind me was driving me insane. They were like trailing me, and I knew if I slowed down, if I breathed, they were gonna catch up to me, and I don't know that I had the momentum in me to get ahead of them again. So I just stuck to my pace: 15, 15:30, 14, 14:30, 14:50, sometimes 14, sometimes 13:50. It would vary between those. So I took off after mile 4, and I wanted to cry when I saw my husband take off, because then I felt all alone on the course. But I was like, I'm just gonna get in my own head and just go. So I plowed through mile 5, mile 6, mile 7, mile
8 was brutal. I knew we were arriving at Magic Kingdom, and I said, if I can just make it to Magic Kingdom, I'll be better, you know, and I pushed through, and I made it to my Magic Kingdom. I caught a glimpse of Kristen by Contemporary, which made me feel better because it made me feel like I wasn't that behind. But she was on the other side, so it wasn't like she was right in front of me. She was like, sometimes they intercross. So I saw her, I ran up Main Street, got a little teary-eyed, went around, through the castle, down the castle, did my picture. My jump shot. And then kept on going. And I was like, if I can get my half under 3:30, I'll be happy. So we came out to Cone Alley and hit 13 miles. And it was like 3:35, which wasn't awful, but not my best. So I was like, okay, just keep going. By mile 14 and a half, I'd lost momentum again. Really lost momentum. I just wasn't feeling it again. I thought about pulling myself. I had my phone in my backpack, and my husband had taken off with the camera. He forgot to give it to me. I brought a clip to clip it on because I knew strength-wise I may not have it in me to carry it 26 miles, and I was carrying a clip without the little attachment, so it didn't work. So he took the camera, put it in his shorts, and just when he left, we just forgot about it. And my phone was in my backpack, and I was preserving it for music because I was all by myself. And I didn't have the energy to pull it out of my backpack because that would mean I would have had to reshift everything. I just didn't want to take anything out of my backpack. I had it for water, and that was it. So mile 14, I feel defeated, I feel tired, and I feel a hand on my shoulder. And it was Kristen and Teresa. And I got teary-eyed because it was just what I needed at the right time. So they helped me interval through mile 15, I want to say 16. I could see them in my view, and then I lost them again. Going in through Animal Kingdom. So somewhere I lost them. I looked down. When I run and get focused, I look down and I tend to lose people, especially during a marathon. I usually always have my husband by my side because he's never ran one. This was his first. So he's on the 2 marathons I've done, he's been by my side on his bike, carrying my bag, giving me Coca-Cola, and all that stuff. But this time it wasn't working out because he was running. So I plowed through and I saw a pace group. I don't even remember what pace group they were. I was just that tired. My feet hurt. They ached. No blisters, thank goodness, but they just ached. So all of a sudden I found myself in a sea of people, and I turned up my music a little louder, put my head down, and just went. And then I was at mile 18 somehow, and my feet hurt again, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And my backpack, my hydration pack, it was my brother's last gift to me, and he told me it's an orange mud, and he was like, it is so expensive, does it run for you? We have texts about it, and on my phone we have texts about this orange mud hydration pack, and he gave it to me. I want to say it was for my birthday in 2017, so my 30th birthday. I got it in September, maybe October, because it was a little late. He was, he just started working because he just graduated in May, and he made this big deal about my backpack, and it has a blue ribbon because from one of the flowers that they sent to him when we did his funeral. So
I have this blue ribbon tied to it, and it was chafing me at like mile 18, 19. So I was getting texts from people on my watch, but again, I had no energy to stop, look down. I was so focused on finishing. I stopped taking hydration from the tables. I just had what was in my backpack. And it started chafing me. So I started laughing and I started talking to him, and I said, well, I guess it doesn't run for you. And to top it off, it chafes. So I started laughing with myself, and I was talking to him, and I was like, please help me finish. Please help me finish. Like, I have to do this for you. I have to do this for us. It's something I have to complete. So I talked to him the whole time, and all of a sudden I'm entering Blizzard Beach, and I turn around and there's medics behind me. No balloons, but there's medics, and I panic. I felt like I stopped breathing, and I'm running as fast as I think I've ever ran in training, because I just don't want them behind me, because I thought maybe the balloons had popped because of the heat. Through, and I'm at mile 22 when I see people joining us, and I realized it wasn't the balloon ladies behind me. It was actually they had cut the course due to the heat, and I thought my friends had passed me. Again, I don't know where my head was at. I don't know what I was looking at. I don't know why I missed them, but I thought they had passed me already. I was sure they'd passed me because I was sure that was the balloon ladies. And I'm plowing through, I think, and there's people laying all over the floor. Ground, grass, medics, ambulances are going off. And I'm like, am I sick? I'm starting to feel sick. I'm hot. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I make it through Hollywood Studios. I think I caught a glimpse of Kristen there again. Maybe. I don't know. I lost them again. And I'm coming out of Hollywood Studios and my headphones died. So they died. So it's just me and my thoughts again. And I'm walking through or running through Hollywood Studios, because I swear people are behind me. And I'm running when I can. I'm going. And I come into Epcot. And the people there just lift you. The people that cheer don't know what a difference they make in this racing world. They pick you up, and there was kids handing out ice bags on the boardwalk, and people are cheering, and you're seeing signs, and you're high-fiving, and you know you're almost there. But your faith is still dwindling a little, because you're just right there. And right before mile 25, I ran into Kat, and she's someone I followed on Instagram, and we both suffered injury prior to Dopey. And she's like, hey, I took her water accidentally. I actually grabbed water there. And I took her water, and I looked back, and she's like, hey, it's you. And I was like, I'm so sorry I took your water. And we talked for a little bit. So I was like, I'm going to make this. I'm mile 25. I text my husband. I'm at mile 25. And I'm plowing through Epcot, and I'm walking and fast walking, and I just want to be done by now. Like, I don't want to sit, I don't want to roll, I don't want to lie down. I just want to go. And I'm coming up, there's a picture where the guy jumped in front of me, and I was like, hey, you, thanks. I wasn't more tired. So I keep going, and I see Kimberly, and I hug her, and I'm like, oh my god, it's you. So rather than keep going, I was like, I just want to finish with y'all, because I don't know where my head is at right now. I just don't want to finish alone. I guess you never finish alone, but I don't know what I was irrational by that point. Can you blame me? It was like 87 degrees and super humid. So she's waiting for Jared to come out because he's gonna finish cross with cotton candy, which seemed like a great idea. And Jared, I'm so sorry, but I wish I could have recorded you coming out with that cotton candy, because you were just glowing and you're so happy and smiling. Only to, I mean, y'all saw it, and I'll probably add it in this video because it's awesome. How cotton candy actually finishes when it's 1,000 degrees out and hot. But they gave me the push I needed to keep walking, keep going, and cross that finish line, and it was emotional, and I don't think I could have done it without the people that were there, without Kristen, without Teresa, without Jared, Kimberly, my husband, and my brother, and the people that kept texting me. I know I needed him, and he was my why. So I didn't get a chance to do what we had planned to do. And I got a message from my cousin. She was worried about me, which I would be worried too. I got a message from my cousin where she said she was worried about me because she lost me on the tracker. I wasn't showing my location. She woke up and she was worried about me, and she saw me walking beside my brother, and it just made me feel so awesome that maybe she saw what I felt and that he was right there with me, finishing what has been one of the hardest things I've done physically. Emotionally, obviously, that's another story, but we finished because I didn't finish alone. I didn't do this by myself. I did it with people, and I knew they were out there, and I knew they were there for me, and it felt awesome. And to finish after injury, after illness, just goes to show you can push through things. You can push through hard things. So Dopey's on your bucket list, and you can't even do a 5K. That's fine. It's not out of the question. I wasn't a runner. I didn't start running to 2014 because of my asthma. That was because of my brother. He made me run. So I guess nothing is impossible, right? You can do honestly anything you set your heart to. So that's my marathon recap, because somebody forgot A, her clip, B, that her husband had taken her camera, and honestly I probably would have ditched it along the course because I was so tired. I was falling asleep. But I'm thankful for all my friends and all the friends I've made on IG. So thank you for watching this. I know it went a little longer than I expected it to, but I just wanted you all to know that no, I didn't forget to record the marathon. Well, I guess I did, but that's why there's no marathon video. So sorry. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get this channel going and hopefully see where it takes us.